This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Power football with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Cunningham. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but you bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on 2nd and short. Can't get him to the ground. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quickly to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got rid of it just in time. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man and they convert. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Back to the air one more time. Makes the grab. And he couldn't quite make it in. He's run out of bounds at the 1.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this quarterback is going to have to be precise with his timing and his accuracy. He's already thrown a pick. That one got swatted away, guys. We're only in the first quarter. These windows are tiny to throw into.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Cunningham. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Running the red zone, it's Henderson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the quarterback was really being safe with that throw, trying to put it in an area where only his guy could make the catch down the boundary there in the end zone. Just threw it a little too far outside.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Cunningham. Got the back over the middle. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. Michigan 7, Wisconsin 0.
And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. UCLA is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 28 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Using the quick game.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Give to the running back. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Badgers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Badgers! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
Afterburner's coming. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's got his man. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On target over the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. He's looking. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive.
Definitely, and they get the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Keeps looking downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Now, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
He's going to pass. He makes the connection. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Oh, gave the defender the business. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. This is a designed run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Finds his big tight end. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get to him. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Tight game. As we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Makes the catch. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw into.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Wide out in motion. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The give to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
He's tackled at the 27. Third down coming up.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. The give out of the gun. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heat.
And it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's tackled at the 22. Brings up third down.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To throw, it's Cunningham. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevell to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way, to turn into run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defense did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He wants to go deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The toss sweep to the right. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. We saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Michigan 22, Wisconsin 17.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the move, It's Henderson. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Badger. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a three-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense.
And he hauls it in at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. He leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Off play action. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points to get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Looking downfield, it's Cunningham. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Number 86.
Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. UCLA is just getting blown right out of the Rose Bowl today. And while scorned Pac-12 fans might have no problem with that, this will not sit well with that fan base. They're trailing by 21 to Oregon. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
This quarterback has been really good today. He's been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. At the 40, there he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Kane. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Dropping back, it's Cunningham. He's right on target. It's a fumble on the play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
In other schools around the country, Slippery Rock, 75.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one. And on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Trying to take him back. He steps out of